I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. In the Passion of Christ, a woman stood out who, moved by the sight of him carrying his cross to Golgotha, took her veil to wipe his face. Jesus, in gratitude, left his face imprinted on it. The historian Eusebius narrates that the woman whom Christ healed from a hemorrhage lived in Caesarea Philippi, and some identify this woman with Veronica. The woman's name is unknown, but she's also called that because everyone spoke of the woman who bears the true icon of Jesus, that is, the true image of Jesus. Therefore, Veronica remained from the true icon. That veil was always considered miraculous and was used to cure Emperor Tiberius of leprosy. Over time, everyone called it the Veil of Veronica. This pious tradition has not been accurately documented, but there is no reason to believe that such an act of compassion did not occur and that it should not find expression in the veneration given to that woman we call Veronica, even though her name does not appear in the Gospels. In Roman Catholicism, Anglicanism, Lutheranism, and other Christian traditions, she is honored at the sixth station of the ways of the cross as the woman who, on Jesus' way to Calvary, made her way through the soldiers, escorting Jesus and used her veil to wipe the blood and sweat from the Lord's face. The Redeemer of the world left Veronica an authentic image of his face, and it becomes a message for us. Veronica's veil is a transparent veil with distinctive folds, which can be seen from both sides. Her eyes are open and look to one side or the other. A lock of hair adorns the center of her forehead, a sparse beard, wavy hair, and signs of bruises and traumas are visible on his face, which, despite obvious suffering, remains peaceful and serene. It seems to us, among other things, that every act of kindness, every gesture of true love towards one's neighbor strengthens our likeness to the Redeemer of the world in the person who acts in this way. Acts of love never go out of style, friends. Every act of kindness, understanding, and service leaves us indelible mark on people's heart and makes us more and more like the one who emptied himself, taking the form of a servant, and gave himself to each one of us. That is what shapes our identity as Christians and gives us our true name. This is the profound meaning and calling of every Christian, revealed in the presence of the unknown woman we call Saint Veronica. Every act of charity, every act of compassion will leave the imprint of the face of Jesus on our souls, transforming us into his image. The fact that Pope St. John II and his successors, Pope Benedict XVI and Pope Francis, strongly emphasize devotion to the face of Christ should lead every Christian to ask, why? Why is it significant for the Church, for each individual in the search for the true face of Christ? As Pope John St. Paul II says in his poem entitled The Name Veronica, says, Veronica, your name was born at the very instant your heart became an effigy, the effigy of truth. Your name was born from what you contemplated. Let us contemplate Christ in the Eucharist, and we will begin to see the face of God in everyone around us, knowing that with God we always win.